And this particular door frame, what you see here, is made of one single piece of wood. It was a huge tree which was brought, it was cut open, all the carvings were done. You will not find any joints in it. If you see here, they have carved a chariot, okay, after that they carved these pillars. Between these gaps, they have carved a Amman statue. So their main business was wealth. So goddess of wealth is Lakshmi. So they have Ashtalakshmi at the top, and then they have Gajalakshmi, and then their main deity was Lord Shiva. Okay, they have about 9 temples. So all the Chettiars who are there in this world belong to one of the temples. There are 9 clan temples. So every Chettiar belongs to one of the temples. Okay. So before erecting this door frame, this is the first thing they do before building the house. Even before doing any foundation, they do a Bhumi Puja. Okay, when they do Bhumi Puja, before doing this particular platform, yeah. Okay, this you would have seen only on the temples. They used to do a Bhumi Puja. We Indians have a very strong belief that the planets only control our life. Chettiars used to do Bhumi Puja with 9 precious grains called Navadanya. They put inside this. They also put 9 precious stones called Navaratna. And then also they put rich Chettiars who also put diamonds. There are many houses in Chettinad has got diamond underneath. Many houses. So that is the basic history of the Chettiars and basic history of Mr. T.S. Krishnappa Chettiar. And when we move forward, we will come to know a lot of things. Okay, so this is the key for this house. This is also 117 years old. The door. All these doors are made of complete teak wood. Okay, each side of the door weighs about 400 kgs. Okay, so close that. Okay, so you can't reach there. So I'm going to lock that first one. Okay, so this is lock number 1. So this is not the full. Yeah, what? No. This sorry. Lock number 3. Okay, put the key. Turn on to your right. To your right, yes. Next, 2. Again, 3. Okay, take out the keys. Okay, now put the key upside down. Yes. Turn on to your left. Turn on to your left. 1, 2, 1 more. So there are 9 locks. 1, 2, 3, 6. So now it's almost. Even an elephant can't break this door. It's very strong. So each side of the door weighs about 400 kg, and it has got very strong locking system. Okay, Chettiars, why they had this kind of very strong locking system? Because in those days they had a lot of liquid money, jewels, liquid money, and everything. So there's a lot of threat for theft. So that is the reason they used to keep this kind of very strong doors. All those window beams also made of very strong iron bars. Okay, so now this particular area is called as the Parasale basically. Once after the accountants of Chettiars finish the transactions every day, they have to come here and hand over the accounts to the Chettiars who are doing the business. So every day, they used to have the money, collecting whatever money they collect, it should go into this room. Whatever money to be, popular coming for lending, will go from this. So they had a very clear accounting system. So too easy to complete the accounts on daily basis. So Chettiars, once they finish the Kanakapillas, once they finish the transaction, they have to come and hand over all the accounts. The Chettiars will not go and touch the food until they carry that on daily basis. Those actually the Chettiars who are in business. The Chettiars were retired from business. The elderly Chettiars used to teach their grandsons basically, about the denominations, currencies and different calculations of money. And also they make them understand value of the money from the childhood. That is why this is called Padasalai, and that is the reason Chettiars are even today a very good in business. Okay, so this particular area was used for that purpose. Though Chettiars have built very big mansions, they didn't have a very high, kind of bedroom concept like Rajasthan and all. Rajasthan palaces and all, if you see, there are 20 bedrooms, 30 bedrooms in each palace. But Chettiars had very limited bedrooms. They had only about 4 or 5 bedrooms in their houses. Well, they use those bedrooms until they get married and until they have children. Once they get married, until they have children. After that, the gentleman used to sleep in these floors, putting a bamboo mat on top of this. These black and white tiles, wherever it is, this is actually keep the floor very cool. So Chettiars use these tiles in different parts of this house to sleep. Okay, so Chettiars used to sleep in these lobbies. They all sleep together and they also sleep on the floor. That is for health reason. And the number 2, sleeping together, all the men, to protect the house in those days. Okay, so that is how these lobbies were used in those days. And this is wood from Sri Lanka called Purusu. This wood. The gentleman who is in the center, on the top in the center, is called Mr. T.S. Krishnappa Chettiar. He had 3 sons and 1 daughter in the first generation. Currently, this particular house is owned by his 3rd and 4th generation. Okay, the 3rd generation gentleman is also called as Krishnappa Chettiar. In Chettiar community, the name repeats. Okay, the grandfather's name will be given to the first grandson, and grandmother's name will be given to the first granddaughter. So that is how Krishnappa Chettiar's grandson, who is alive now, is also Krishnappa Chettiar. He is 94 years old. Okay, he lives in Chennai, in Mylapore. Okay, he is the one actually gave me all this history about this house and also told me about the stories. So that is where I actually got all the details about this house. So he is Krishnappa Chettiar, and the 4th generation is Mr. Chokkalingam Chettiar. He is an advocate practicing in High Court of Madras. And one Mr. Sethu Ramaswamy is also from the 4th generation. He is doing a printing business in Chennai. So though they are the direct owners, since it is an ancestral property, even a child born today will become a owner for this. It will also have a right. So that is how all the Chettiar mansions, all the properties are basically there. Okay, so we finished this part, so we'll move on to the next part. So we finished Mugapur and then finished Padasalai. Now we are moving into Valavu.